what's up, folks? Let me just check and see if I can hear myself. I should have had this with me when I started. Alrighty. Testing. That'll work. All right, guys, welcome back to another live stream. I'm gonna start doing these this show like completely live. I have GoPro Hero 9 Black Step right now. That is going to change. I'll do that with this for the time being, but I'm working on getting a YOLO box, and I'll use the Panasonic S5 or my Fuji X-T4, which is behind me. But welcome to the show, folks. So today I want to kind of go through all the Prime Day deals. We'll just kind of get started with that for now. I'm also going to get like a nice mic. I got this mic here. This is which I'll plug into the S5 once I'm actually going to do live streams, like more proper ones. I'm also going to get a cam link as well, so that I can plug in the camera to that. So, but anyways, let's get into some of these Prime Day deals. Let me pull up. I'll put links in the descriptions to everything I'm looking at here. And I'm really going to stick with the U.S. So if you're here from other countries, I know every Amazon right now, I think in the country's got a Prime Day going, or in the world's got a Prime Day thing going on. So I may not get to yours. I don't want this thing to go all night. I'm going to get started with the Sony stuff. My internet is a little bit slow tonight because there is one, if you can hear the rain, I'm not sure if you can hear the rain, but there's one hell of a storm going on. All right, so Sam Yang has some deals, but it doesn't really look like there's that big of a discount. It's showing deals, but broken on, no. Sony usually has some really good deals. Let's go to photography accessories here. So you can get like a GoPro Hero 8. Seems to be on sale. $279. I've seen it on sale for $279 quite a bit. I'm on the 9 today, by the way. I don't think anybody that's watching this is really all that interested in GoPros. So typically in the past, like I've bought stuff in recent years on Amazon Prime Day. But it seems like this year is like, especially, you would think, with the times they would probably hit us with some really awesome sales this time of year. The reason, with prices going up all over the world or everything, why not hit us with some really good deals? But so far when it comes to Sony, we got a 24-70 Zeiss F4. Well, that's in Europe. Never mind. Well, I got a good set of headphones. $248, and the Sony Mark IVs there, 1000 X Mark IVs, XM4s. Let's see if anything from. Now, I haven't looked at this stuff before, so I mean, if you guys are here thinking you're that's on sale, I haven't. I'm doing this with you guys. Some SD cards are on sale. Seems like. So if you guys are in the market for SD cards, I think that you're going to get some really good SD cards. Here's a SanDisk Extreme Pro. Now that's a good deal. I'll put this in the. If you guys are interested, this will be the first link. So if you're interested in some faster SD cards, some decent SD cards, SanDisk is really good. This is a SanDisk Extreme Pro. It's a V30 UHS 1 card, but it is 256 gigabytes for $45.59. So that is a good deal. I would take that. If you guys need UHS 1 cards. I'm still looking at that. Here's one. Wow. That's an even, I guess not. SanDisk Extreme, 150 megabytes a second, megabits per second. And that card's only $36. So I use these in my XT4. I have 128 gigabyte cards. I believe that's what I'm using here. Yeah, so I got 128 gigabyte cards here. I don't remember exactly what I paid for these, but they have 256 here for $36. That's a pretty good deal. If you're in the market for some micro SD cards, you got some pretty damn good deals here. You got I will put that one. The second link is going to be for this SanDisk Extreme card, which I'll throw in here right now. I hope you guys can hear me. It's raining pretty hard. I'm actually living in a camper right now, folks. That's why we got this weird. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to do my best here. I'm just retired Air Force, so I'm in transition trying to get to the Philippines, but they won't let me in the country right now because of COVID. So you can kind of see more updates. If you guys are new to this channel, I also do another channel. I don't have the video up yet. Ah, shit. My bad. I'll put the link to my other channel here in the chat as well. So if you guys want to see like what I'm doing with my life, you can go there. That's CJ Abroad. All right, let's get into more of these SD cards. Seems like a lot of good SD cards on sale. I mean, you got some SanDisk Ultra micro SD cards, a 512 gigabyte for $56, and a 400 gigabytes for $37. So that is a pretty good deal. 1 terabyte for $132. All right, so here's some more expensive ones. So I use these Lexar Professional, the 1667X XD cards, SD cards, the 250-bit. These are UHS 2 cards as well, V60s. And this one's 256 gigs for $61. That's a good deal too. I'm gonna throw that in the I'll link in the description box here. Shit, what the hell did I do? I'm gonna start doing like these live streams as much as I possibly can, possibly every night if I can. Especially once I get all my equipment that I actually need to do them. I'll be able to do them a lot more. All right, that's enough for the SD cards. There's a lot of SD cards on sale. It's great. It doesn't seem like there is much. Seems like a lot overseas. There's like a lot of good deals. BGH1's on sale in the UK. GX9's on sale in the UK. And nothing in the United States. That seems typical. They don't want anybody to get ahead in the United States. There's really almost nothing on sale in the United States. I almost kind of wish I didn't even do this show because we got some Samsung Galaxy unlocked phones on sale. Galaxy A71. All right. S20 Fan Edition. It's on sale for $479. So I'll talk about these a little bit because, wow, S21 is $200 off. $200 off a bunch of Samsung phones. Holy, S21 Ultra 5G is only $899. Now that phone is actually quite interesting to me because it's the only phone, I think, one of very few that have 8K video. Man, that's a good deal. I'm not really in the market for a smartphone right now. I got an iPhone. It seems to be 12 Pro Max seems to be working pretty good, but these are good deals if you're in the market for a phone. You can't really beat these. I would definitely say that's a good deal. And the cameras on these things are amazing. So, I mean, if you're in the market for a pocketable, usable camera with a couple different lenses on it, I think these smartphones, man, it is hard to deny that these smartphones have come a long way. I think from what I understand now, there's two different phones. I don't know what the second one is, but two different phones have 1-inch sensors. And I do believe that what you'll see in the next couple of years is every phone come out with a 1-inch sensor. I think that's going to be the next big thing, folks. And I think that after that, you know, they got great zooms in them now. They're going to have a 1-inch sensor in them now. You know, all kinds of features when it comes to video and photography. And the fact that, you know, you can edit and upload if you're, you know, a content creator. You can't really beat a smartphone right now when it comes to that. And if they can come out with 1-inch sensors, I think you're going to eliminate the use of... My thought process right now is actually that the reason Sony is trying to come out with this ZV E10, which the rumor seems to have just died out on that, so I don't know what the deal is with that. But I think the reason they were getting the ZV E10 is simply because they know there's no market. In the very, very near future, there's going to be no market for a 1-inch sensor. It's like the ZV-1 or RX100s, Canon G7X. There's going to be zero market for it. I mean, I think these phones are going to come such a long way that, you know, there's no point. You know, when it comes to 1-inch sensors, I think at some point we'll get to the point where you'll have APS-C cameras that are professional level, and you'll have full-frame cameras that are obviously professional level, and that'll be it. And maybe like GoPros and stuff like that. People want to be like rugged and stuff like that, but I think in the future you'll see just that, because honestly, there's no reason to have point and shoot. I think, you know, the old argument was, you know, these little, like, you know, what are they called? Like, every camera company's got these little tiny sensor cameras with big zooms on them. They're pocketable cameras. Canon's like SX740 HS. That, you know, 700 millimeter range on it or something like that. Well, you know, nowadays these smartphones have got, you know, pretty big zooms on them, and now it's all digital and not optical. But I've seen some of these zooms, man, and they're really good. I think, in my opinion, I think if you're in the market for one of these zooms now, obviously, you know, those cameras go for $400 or $500. You know, the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, you know, goes for over $1,000. So we got some deals on some drones or some DJI products. You can get the DJI Mavic Mini, the first one, for $397. You know, for another $100, $200, I think you can get the Mavic Mini 2. Honestly, I probably would just say for the Mavic Mini 2. My personal opinion, I think the Mavic Mini 2 is a superior system. Let me get into camera and photo here. We'll just go through a bunch of these pages and see what we can find here. I wish I could show you this like screen. At some point I will figure out a way to do that. But right now I'm just kind of getting started with this live streaming thing. And I'm using onboard audio for my MacBook, and I'm using the GoPro Hero 9 Black and it is very hot and humid inside my camper that I'm living in. Seems like a lot of lights on sale. Nothing that's like really just like spectacular. You know, if you got a product that's $500 and you got it on sale for $400, unless you're just like seriously in the market for that, like this one here, this is a light kit. I mean, this thing looks pretty cool. But the original price is $479. It's on sale for $315. I'll put it in here if you guys are interested in some lights. This might be something you're interested in. I'm just gonna throw links in here, so I mean you can go check them. And obviously, you know, these links, you know, in what is the 33 hours, the links can be no good. So just kind of keep that in mind. A green screen here, 41% off. All right, here's a Canon M50 Mark II Curator kit. What do we got here? Originally $900, they got it on sale for $735. You get a microphone, you get the little vlogging they've got, the remote handle they got. I personally do not I don't understand why they came out with this camera. I don't think it was nearly enough of an upgrade, but the Canon M50 Mark II right there is on sale if you're into, you know, vlogging and stuff. Some more lights. Let's get to page 2 here. Tripod there, about 44% off. This is a Geekodo 77-inch tripod. If you're in the market for a tripod, I'll throw it in here. If you're watching this, you can throw links, you know, and if you see this, you know, the next couple hours, throw links. Well, I don't think you can actually throw links unless you're a admin. Let's see, moving on down. You know, normally Sony's got some lenses and stuff. I'm not seeing that. There's some baddest lens. There's a Zeiss Baddest. Oh, that's not. What do we got here? They're not really on sale. They just put these on the Prime Day thing because they probably had a stock room full of them. And we're like, hey, maybe we can talk some things even when they're not on sale. Cinco Mic D2. I think this Cinco Mic D2 is usually on sale. Right now it says it's $249. It's on sale for. I'm pretty sure it's always on sale for $249. Matter of fact, I think you can actually get it for $199. So that's not really that big of a deal. All right, so some of these haven't even started yet. There's a Zhiyun Weeble S that will be on sale. Right now it says $399. I'm interested in that, but I like DJI. Gimbal's the best. And everything seems to start like tomorrow after that. So I might just kind of look up some random things and see if they're kind of on sale. Oftentimes, you know, Sony puts a lot of stuff on sale. Actually, just go. See if there's any noticeable sales. Now, I do tend to keep track of pretty much everything because I know that for a fact that. So if you're looking into, you know, some cages, Small Rig has got a lot of things on sale. So if you're interested in that, go check out Small Rig. I know that, for instance, let me just type in Small Rig, see what we can find that's on sale. You know, their newest light that they've got. Yeah, there's a Prime Day deal right there. You got a handle. Oh, here's a good one right here. If you're looking for a matte box, folks, their matte box is usually $100. Right now, it's on sale for $80. Let me throw that in the. If you're interested in that, let me throw this in the link. I like Small Rig products. I think Small Rig makes some really, really good products. You got an A7R, A7 3 cage that's on sale. I think that's overpriced to begin with. I'll throw that in here. So yeah, I intend to get a. I'm headed down to Arkansas later this week to close on a house, selling my house in Arkansas, and I'm sure you guys are aware of, at least you guys in the United States that are watching, the housing market's looking pretty good right now, and I will make a pretty good chunk of change on this, and I intend to set myself up with some studio equipment so I can make better quality videos. I've got great cameras, right? I got Panasonic S5 here. I've got the Fuji X-T4. I've got some great cameras. I do want to get some lenses. Problem is right now, so I love the Panasonic S5. It's probably my favorite camera of all time. I liked it so much that I bought it the first time, thought I wanted the A7S or A7C more, and ended up getting rid of it. And ended up buying it again because I was like, no, that was a mistake. This is exactly the camera that I want. And the only thing that irritates me about Panasonic is that when they came out with this S5, or sorry, the S line, the S1, S1R came out, and then later the S1H came out, and then later the S5 came out. Some great cameras. But I think they're putting out 2 lenses a year. At this point, they put out a bunch of lenses to start with. That was great. And then 2 lenses a year after that. And it's like, okay, when you look at Canon and Nikon, they came out with, the Z mount and the RF mount not too long before the not too long before the Panasonic's L mount or L mount Alliance. There's so many lenses for those. Like, you have a complete system in those lenses right now. Obviously they're behind Sony, but Sony's just been doing it for so much longer when it comes to the, mirrorless full frame cameras. Really they only lack in the third party, in my opinion. I think that, if you're looking for professional lenses, each brand has a 70 to 200 f2.8. Each brand's got a long zoom lenses. They've got 70 to 24 to 70 f2.8. They got the fast wide angle. I don't think Nikon's got a 16 to 35. They have a 14 to 30. F4. They don't have a 16 to 30 f35 f2.8, but they got the Trinity. They have plenty of primes. But you look at Panasonic, if it wasn't for the Sigma lenses, and I'm hoping that they weren't coming out thinking, okay, well, I'll tell you what, Leica's got their complete lineup. We'll kind of fall back on that and if that's the thing they were looking at as an S5 shooter, I can assure you that I'm not going to spend $5,000 on a Leica lens. I can assure you that. And I think that there's majority of the people that are buying these Panasonic S5s feel the same way. They're not going to go out and spend all that money, on a camera like that. So, yeah. I think that they made a big mistake. I think they need to start putting out more lenses, like in a hurry. They've got a Trinity, right? They got a 24 to 70. They got a 16 to 35. They got a and a couple of 70 to 200s. They got a Trinity. Then you look over in the Sigma. They got a 14 to 30 or 14 to 24 f2.8, 70 to 24 to 70 f2.8, and I'm sure that at some point in the near future, there will be a 70-200 f2.8 and an f4 in the Sigma lenses. You do have a telephoto, the 100-400 in the Sigma L mount. But I believe that at the current time, I think that relying on an old camera like that, the old, lens, the third-party manufacturers. Now, if they could get Tamron online and make all those lenses they have, the nice lenses they have for Tamron, the 28-70, or 28-75, the 17-28, the 28-200. If they can make all those lenses, now you're talking. We're getting somewhere. But I think at the current time, I think this L mount is really lacking. There are a few lenses I do like. I'm a big fan of that 14-24. I've had that before. I do kind of want to get it again. I'm a huge fan of this 20-60. It's such a lightweight lens. It's very versatile. I like it to do my vlogging with. It's a perfect little camera for that. But, see if there's any more deals we can find for you. I'm looking just in small rig right now, just because I really like small rig products. Here's something that's on sale. I'll throw this in for Panasonic shooters and Fuji shooters. There's the NATO rail top handle with the push button in the so you can record. I like this. I want to get this for both of my cameras, actually. Throw that in there. XT4 cage, $15 off, $16 off. So a lot of these things, though, the thing with small rig, though, is that, yeah, they got some sales right now. But here's the thing with small rig. If the thing that you want isn't on sale right today, it probably will be next week. So when you're wanting to buy, if it isn't available today, just wait a couple of days, a week, and don't be surprised if it is. Small rig is pretty awesome when it comes to that. So I'm going to look up some DJI stuff. Excuse me. My daughter's asleep, tiny little baby. All right, let me look at some DJI. See what we got for DJI on sale. I'm interested in RSC2. All right. This doesn't look like a whole lot's on sale. Mavic Air 2. Oh. I would love to have this FPV drone. It seems like you're just getting some older stuff that's on sale. Nothing too new here. RSC2, that's $500 still. All right. Yeah. I think that's about it, folks. Let's put some things in there. So, I mean, if you're coming back and watching this, so this is one of the things I'm majorly going to do each night is kind of go through rumors and stuff. I want to go through. If I do this show every day, we'll talk about different cameras that are coming out. You know, we'll do these kind of live streams. So I'll go through kind of each page. Most of the stuff is about Prime Day today. You get 4 new Zenit FE lenses coming soon. A Zenit-Tar 35mm f2, a 50mm f1.5, a Zenit-Tar 60mm f2.8. These are all manual focus lenses. Yeah, some of you guys might be into that. I'm not personally into that. I just, if you can buy an autofocus lens and also manually focus it, I'm okay with that. Let's do that. All right, so Micro Four Thirds. So, Micro Four Thirds is kind of making this like major comeback, right? They've got the new Olympus 8-25 f4 Pro lens. I have kind of mixed thoughts on this. I think this might be like basically the perfect. However, $99 for an f4. I think that's a little bit too high there, Olympus. I think you're looking at probably about a $700-800 lens at the max, and you're selling it for $1,100. I think that's kind of a missed opportunity, in my personal opinion. I think they kind of screwed up on that one. They got the GH5 Mark II that's been coming out, or that's about to come out. I think it comes out. It's available to pre-order now, and it should be available to order. Wait a minute here. U.S. camera bag deals. Let's see what's on sale for camera bags. Doesn't seem like anything too impressive here. Nothing like name brand of the the major Manfrottos and of the world. We'll just skip that. We're on the Fuji site right now. How Fujifilm could improve their Fujinon XF lines roadmap. I would talk about this if I was all that interested in their XF lineup. I'm not. I don't really know. Oh, never mind. This is XF. My bad. That would be nice. A 13mm f2. I think that would be welcome. A small package. Fixed focal length. A 14mm f1.4 would be awesome for the Fuji film. I really like their new 18mm 1.4. I'm kind of interested in that lens. Nothing else really. Loving X-Trans landslide victory for Fuji X-H2 with X-Trans V X-Trans 5 sensor. Okay. Okay, so the Fujifilm X-E4, which is a camera that I'm quite interested in. I'm interested in it because I want to potentially use it for live streaming. Maybe. X-E4 will be the last X-Series camera featuring an X-Trans 4 sensor. And the next camera to come out will be the Fujifilm X-H2 in 2022. Interesting. That might be a camera I might wait for. Because the X-H2 could be... I like Fuji. The problem with Fuji is, while I'm sure they have great lenses, I'm just not that interested in many of their lenses. I like the 16-80 because it's optically stabilized. There's lens stabilization, and you compare it with the IBIS. You could work your way into some pretty stable footage if you needed to. It's not going to be terribly wide. I know 16 because you're going to crop in a lot to get stabilization. But other than that, there's just not that many lenses I'm all that interested in. The GFX 50S Mark II will be Fuji's most affordable GFX camera. That's kind of cool. A $500 camera. I'm not all interested in that. That's really it for Fuji. Canon is supposed to come out with potentially 3, and I'm going to tell you why I think it's a really stupid idea. 3 new RF APS-C cameras. I get the R7, and I'm going to go back to what I talked about earlier in the show. I get the R7 because that's going to be, that's going to take over for the, 7D Mark II. It's going to be a high-end APS-C camera. And I get the point in that because a lot of guys that are shooting like sports and stuff like that, they want to use that because you have the crop and some of these full frame lenses, right? You take a 70 to 200, you got 105 to 300, you take a 100 to 500, you got a 150 to 600, just like that. And you've got, a higher megapixel count. You take the 150 to 600, or say, I take the 100 to 400, right? Sigma lens, and I put it on a Panasonic S5. If I'm using the full frame, I'm getting 100 to 400. If I'm using the APS-C, I'm getting 150 to 600, but I'm getting it at 12 megapixels rather than at 24. Right? So if you take that 100 to 400 on an APS-C camera, then you're getting 24 megapixels or whatever that megapixel count is going to be, with, 150 to 600. So it makes sense. That does make sense. And then making maybe like something to kind of take the place of the Rebel. I think the EFM mount it's dead. I think done. I don't think you're going to see anything more from EFM. I think buying into EFM right now is a waste of money. I mean, you think about it, the last camera they made was like not an upgrade in any way. It was the M50 Mark II. And to be honest with you, if you could get an M50 Mark I, go with that. It's not really any better. The majority of the people that are using that camera are not professionals, right? So they're not really going to understand or know the differences they might be getting. So there's no point. And then the third one, I don't know. I can see 2. I don't understand 3. 3 doesn't make any sense to me. 2 makes sense, especially I said before earlier in the show, like 1-inch sensors are so close to APS-C right now, as far as like image quality, all that I'm not entirely sure that it's worth it to go from 1-inch to an APS-C. Yeah, it's still a good deal. Don't get me wrong. It's still, I would go from 1-inch. It's definitely an upgrade because obviously there's not there's any. There used to be the Nikon. I can't forget the mount that they had years ago that discontinued, but they had a 1-inch sensor in some mirrorless cameras that they made years ago. Those interchangeable lenses, but that's the only one to my knowledge that was ever available in 1-inch sensors. Oh, that wind came through and knocked some stuff over. I have to go out and clean some stuff up. Huh. A little bit of a storm here not so long ago. So if they're going to start putting 1-inch sensors, and I think they will, into most smartphones from this point forward, there's no point in a 1-inch sensor. And Now I've even seen, I can't remember the name of the company. Somebody makes a contraption that you can connect to your smartphone and hook E-mount lenses up to it. So, I mean, obviously you're going to get a really tiny sensor at this point in time, but in the future, potentially a 1-inch sensor. It would just be kind of cool to see that. So, I mean, we'll see. I think that 1-inch sensors are, you know, if they're going to be in smartphones, it's going to pretty much make everything below full frame obsolete. APS-C professional and full frame cameras. So if you're going to, because a lot of people bought the Rebel series, right? Make APS-C Rebel series, that makes a lot of sense. New firmware for the S1, S1R, and S5 will be announced next week. It's pretty cool. So yeah, that's what I think. I think it's kind of a waste to do that. Put a APS-C and too many of those cameras, APS-C sensor and too many of those cameras. Something like this makes sense because this is a professional level APS-C camera, you know. I think that's honestly why Sony does what they do with their APS-C cameras. They don't make anything professional because they don't need to. It's not meant to be professional. I think that is your professional Sony camera. Anyways, I think that's about it for today's video. I think we've gone on long enough with my rambling for the day. I'm going to do more of this. Every night I'm trying to do every night videos. I will have a better setup coming. Just kind of stay patient with what I've got here. Well, I mean, as far as like the ambiance of the room, it's going to pretty much stay the same, but I eventually will have a camera. I've got my S5 over here, Fuji. My intentions are to get a YOLO box so that I can live stream with 2 cameras and do like a kind of a show like that, and I connect the microphone and stuff to it. I got the microphone here. That would be, you know, my intentions long term to do that. And then get the Camlink 4K, connect that. I had a Camlink years ago with an old Mac, and it wasn't that old. It was a 2017 iMac Pro, or iMac, just the regular iMac 5K. And for some reason, I could only stream in 1080p. And then once I got a Windows computer, I used to do a show. I used to have a camera show years ago. Well, not years ago, but more than a year ago. That I just have a little Windows computer for, just a kind of a cheaper one. I used to live stream using that, and I could always do it in 1080p. So I'm not sure how this MacBook Pro is going to go, but hopefully I'll be able to do. If I can't do 1080p, that's what I'll do like this show kind of outside, and have just a cooler kind of setting, I guess. Or I'll figure something out. I don't know. We'll figure something out, but we'll have a better show in the future. I promise. It'll be a little bit different, but yeah. Anyways, that's about it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank y'all for watching, and we will see you all tomorrow night. Later.